Hi everybody and welcome to another episode of teaching you how to put your own mod into Fortresscraft Evolved. Okay, I haven't got a name for the series, so they're just short tutorials, and I've done each one a little bit. Now, when we first started off in episode 1, you saw me show you this file. This is the file that we choose, the organic coal enricher. Now, this line is very important here. Spawn object line. Okay. You can only use objects that are in the generic file for the machines. Okay. If it's not in there, you ain't using it, because if you try and use it, it will crash out on you. The other machines aren't supported. Only the machines that are in the generic folder are supported. So if there's a machine in there that is not in there that you want, put it on the forums boards and ask them to code it. Okay. I know they are working on a lot of codes. So I don't know how far forward they are putting all the machines in and stuff like that. But I have mentioned that I want a stamper plant in there for my compactor. I'd rather use a stamper plant instead of a coal enricher spawn object. Right. Okay. So we're going to explain this. Okay. These here, where it says optional. Okay. If you type this line, right, that has now power use per second has taken that line out of that code. It will not read that code. But what happens is, because this is a generic machine, okay, this will go to the default power uses per second. Okay. And I can't remember what it is off the top of my head, but it's a lot more than that. So you've now made your machine in the manufacturer's recipe. You've got it in the terrain data. Your game is still working. This is where everything's going to go wrong. But we're going to teach you not to make it go wrong. Important lines in here. All of this is meaningless up to that point. So this code part here, right, is meaningless. Doesn't matter. Okay, take all that out, because that is covered by the default code that's hard coded in the game. This part isn't. This part isn't. You need to change these. So we're going to show you the iron extractor. This is our code that we did, and sorry, we're going to start off with the coal compactor. The iron compactor. They're exactly the same. It's slightly different on how they do it. So how did we know what we were doing? Well, we did a lot more extra stuff. Terrain data name. This is what your machine is going to be called when it's in the terrain, which is at the moment an iron compactor. So we're going to change this because we were doing lithium. Okay. Lithium. Yeah. Okay. Now the spawn object. We've got a coal enricher. Okay. Now, if we open one of our other files, we go to File, Open, and we look at the where are we? Tin compactor. You'll see that we're spawning the coal enricher. That is the object that we're choosing at this current time, because we know that one works. The compactor does not. Okay, so we've got the coal enricher, so that's what it's going to do, and that is actually the macerator. The coal enricher icon is the macerator icon. Okay, where was I? On a compactor. Yeah, sorry, we're on this one. So we can close that one. No. Right, okay, so where are we? Value. This is very important. This is where you need to have your terrain data information. So how do we know what we're going to call it? Because if we leave it at the same value, game's going to crash. Okay, this is one of the hurdles that we came over, and what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the terrain data, and you can see where it is. See Steam apps, common, Fortress Craft 64, default data, generate auto crap, blah, whatever it is. Right, okay. So we're looking for the lithium compactor, and we've given it a value of 760. Okay, that's what we've called it, 760. Right. So we go back to the iron extractor code, and we change this value number to 760. Right. Now we've gone through the game and we've decided that we want our power to be using 2 units per second. You can have this as high or as low as you want. You can have it at 0.01, not really much. You can have it at 1,000. You're going to need a turbine to use it. So you have to mess around with your power settings and go into the game, say it's not powerful enough, it's powerful enough, it's not transferring. I haven't messed with the power transfer per second. I've left it at 1024. So again, go around, mess with the figure. It's not going to do any harm. You know what you change. You change one little piece of code, you run the game, and see how it happens. Max power storage. That's obvious. I only want it to store a small amount. I don't want lots of energy in my machine. It's a level 1. Yeah. Now this one here, because it's an extractor or compactor. Oh, we did that wrong, didn't we? We should be on iron compactor. I do apologise. That is 760. This is why you must always check and recheck and recheck again. Okay, so we've decided that the craft time, again, this is down to you, but this level 1 lithium compactor and all my level 1 lithium compactors for ore will be 15 seconds faster than your basic cutter head. Right, okay. So if you have nothing in the cutter head slots and you just put your drill head down, yeah, just the drill component, the drill component will do 60 seconds to get 16 units of coal out of the coal face. We're going to craft 8 units in 45 seconds. I've tested it, I know it works. This is where your craft time, you've got to work. You've got to say, well, how quick do I want it? You can have this as quick as you want. You can have it in 1 second if you want. Yeah. Optional ingredients, I don't know what he's doing at the moment. Waiting for some feedback on that. We'll get back to you as and when we can if we need to do another update. Menu name. This is what you need to make sure that you have. So the easiest way is to go to the top here. Copy this. Patented name. Okay. Paste. And must also go there. Okay. Now, have I done that right? Yes. let's just double check, because I've got other files. What is it? Tin compactor. We'll open that just to double check. Compacted tin, compacted tin. Right, so we hadn't got it right. So what are we doing? Compacted tin. Right, so this needs to be called compacted lithium. This is where, again, you need to recheck everything. Okay, so the key is what you see in the menu. The crafted name is what is the block name, and the crafted amount is how many that you're going to allow it to do. So if you want to say, I don't want one, if I'm going to compact 8 units, I want 2. Yeah, you can have 2. Okay, because you're moving 8 blocks of ore and you're making it into 1 block, so you're cutting down the amount that you need to send over. Now this one here obviously needs to be lithium ore. Okay, and that is the craft cost. That is your recipe, lithium ore. Okay, so I want 8 lithium ore. I can make that into 16. I can make it into 32. I can make it into 64. Do I really want to do that? Okay, so again, pulverizes and recompacts. You must change it. Lithium ore, so that you can store even more but cost a little bit of energy. TARDIS in a box. Anyone knows what Doctor Who is, you'll know what I mean by TARDIS in the box. Okay, it's smaller on the outside, bigger on the inside. Okay, and that does go in the help files. Okay, so that's our compactor code. Okay, so we're gonna save as. Now this time must be very, very, very careful. Make sure you save it as lithium. Now you won't get no menu come up. If you make any changes, right, then you will. Okay, we've not made those changes, but I just wanted to show you. So we're going to take that one off, and we can now close that. That one's done. Now this is the iron extractor. We've done the compactor, we're doing the extractor. So again, this is lithium. Okay, now this time we're using the hydrojet cutter. That is what we're using, because I wanted a different icon. Okay, so we're now going to go back to our terrain data, because we need to find out the correct value, because if we leave the value at 760, the game's going to crash, because that's already been assigned to the lithium compactor. So lithium extractor. So lithium extractor uses 7058. Okay, so 7058. Okay, so there you go. That's that value. Now the value on here, you can see I've doubled the power. It's 2, 25, 45. Now this is going to take lithium ore. Okay, and this is going to be lithium ore, because this gives you the amount. Okay, this is unpacking it. So I'm going to want the lithium ore key. I'm going to want the lithium ore for the crafted name, and I'm going to want 8 of those. Now, what's it going to cost me? Now, this is going to cost me compacted lithium. Okay, that is what we need. Now, this also is a very important name. You must get that name. If you put lithium like that, you haven't got that item in the game. Okay, it's not there. That does not belong in the game. It's not there whatsoever. Okay, so you're going to want one amount, because this makes 8 lithium ore from 1 compacted lithium. Okay, now how do we know that we've got compacted lithium? Now what we need to do is we need to go File, Open, and this time we're going to the data and we're going to items. I believe it's in here somewhere. Might be, or it might be in the terrain one. No, it's not in that one. So it's in the terrain data. So we're going to go all the way down here, and you'll see the terrain data. Okay, compacted lithium. Now you can see the cube type 720. That must be its own ID name. It's not going to work if you give it the same name. Okay, and I'll explain how to do that. Okay, because when you go to your extractor, it will say fail because it hasn't got compacted lithium. Okay, so you need to make sure that that name there in the terrain data entry is the same as in the name here on this line. Okay, if it's not, game's going to crash. So we're now going to save this as lithium. Okay, and we're going to press save. And in the next episode, we're going to show you how to put your own block into the game, because if you want your own blocks into the game, you're going to need to follow this. If you don't and you want to use existing blocks, all you need to do is make sure that the craft cost name is the exact name as what DJ named his block, and then you can use that. Okay, but as part of this tutorial, we're putting in new blocks and new machines, so we're going to show you how to do it in our next episode. Any questions, don't be afraid to ask. Hit the like button, hit the hate button, follow me on Twitter, become a troll, whatever. Have fun, stay safe. We'll see you on the next episode of where we show you how to put your own block into the game. Bye for now.